First of all, guys, happy Star Trek Day. As always, I'm Al, this is the Geek in Review, and let's get to it. So, as it's Star Trek Day, I think it's safe to say that a few of us are expecting some trailers and teasers from the upcoming shows. Discovery, Picard, Strange New Worlds, and Prodigy, we've got all that to look forward to, but in this video, I'm going to focus on Star Trek Picard and a particular theory that I might have and a rumour that's been going around the internet about a new character in the show as well. Now, as I said, this is just my theory and the second part is a rumour, so don't take any of it too seriously, just have a little bit of fun. And you never know, by the time I get this video up later today, we hopefully might have already got a Star Trek Picard full trailer, but you never know. Now, we don't know much about the second season other than it involves time travel, Q, the Borg Queen, and Guinan, although we haven't seen any pictures of her on set or in any promotional materials so far, but we are told that Whoopi Goldberg is going to be in this season. We also got some leaked set photos a few months back as well from Los Angeles with 7 of 9 and Raffi on a bus. 7 didn't have her Borg implants, and judging by the way that the bus was, or the way the bus looked and what was on it, the time period in it could have been anywhere, I'd say, from the maybe late 90s up until round about our time, or maybe 5 or 10 years in the future. It was quite hard to tell. Now, if you know your Star Trek timelines, then you know that around our period in time should be when the Third World War has happened or is happening. However, given time travel, multiverses, all that nonsense that's going on in the sci-fi universes and the comic universes at the moment, we can explain that all away. But looking at these pictures, it did make me think one thing. What's so special about this specific time? Why do they need to go back to this time in North America and say the 21st century? Now, I start to think about Star Trek episodes that were set around this time, and almost every season from Voyager, Deep Space Nine, and even Enterprise includes an episode where they go back to some point in the 20th century. With Voyager, they go back to 1996. With Deep Space Nine, they go back to the early 21st century, and with Enterprise, they go back to the early noughties as well. I think it was 2004. But again, what is so special about this specific time? There's no TNG episode where they time travel back to the mid or early 20th or 21st century. The closest they do go back is Time's Arrow, which is around 1892. Now, if you're familiar with that episode, you know that they go back in time. Picard meets Guinan when she's a lot younger, so this sort of explains away the bond and relationship that they have in the next generation that they never fully opened up. If you think about Guinan, she's an Elorian, so she lives for thousands of years. So I want you to think about this. If you're on Earth in 1892, the time it would take to get to, say, 2021, if you live 1,000 years, that's almost the blink of an eye. So, what if Picard and the gang, or at least some of the gang, are going back to this point in the 21st century because they know that Guinan is on Earth at this point? Not only would this be a fantastic story arc, but it would also build on the Time's Arrow sort of theme that they're meeting out of time, and it would also help build the relationship between them as well, especially if there is this huge cosmic event. Now, this is just my theory, but I do think it does make sense because we haven't seen anything from Guinan yet, so what is the big reveal, or what is the big hidden secret that we're not seeing? Maybe she's not going to be in it that much and it's going to be a bit like Luke Skywalker, Force Awakens, where they just appear for a few moments, but I doubt that. I think Guinan is going to have a major arc. Also, if you look at one of the promotional posters, it does have the Starfleet emblem sort of designed out of Los Angeles freeways. Now, it does have 3 points. So what if 1 point is Picard, 1 point is Q, and 1 point is Guinan? Or it's made up of 3 sections, I should say. So what if 1 section is Picard, 1 section represents Q, and 1 section represents Guinan? Now again, this is just a theory, but let me know what you think in the comments below, or you can reach me on Twitter as well. But it would set up a true bridge between Picard and Guinan beyond Time's Arrow, because we never got any more backstory on what happened next with Guinan. Next time we seen her, it was the 23rd century, and I know she was in Generations and we seen a flashback there, but that was only for 5 minutes. And on the second rumour that's been going about, I've been sitting on this one for a while because no one's been talking about it. The website The Illuminati reported in sometime late July, and I believe it was August, that they were recruiting a young actor for Picard season 2, and that this actor would be playing Picard's son. Now, to be clear, in the article it did state that it wasn't the same character from the Next Generation Jason. It would be a brand new character, that this person seems to have been born between sometime around the end of the films in Picard season 2. And I don't know, part of me thinks this is kind of bullshit, but then if you think about the cast listing, other than the Borg Queen, which is a recurring character, there have been no new characters announced for this season so far that we know. Q's coming back, he's a recurring character. Guinan's coming back, she's a recurring character. As I said, the Borg Queen's a recurring character. But where are the new ones going to fit in? So, are we going to get to see Picard's son in season 2? Let me know what you think as well in the comments below. Or as always on Twitter. I'm going to have a load more Star Trek content depending on what they drop today. So it could be quite a lot, it could be nothing. But hopefully I think we'll get a few more teaser trailers. So it's something to look forward to. If you've liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a lot. As always, I'm Al. This is the Geek in Review.